Hey there, as you've seen in the title, I am going to do a quick review of my 2021 Kia Stinger after owning it for 2 years. As we all know, the Kia Stinger is no longer, so rest in peace, 2018 to 2023. Here's a quick tribute to the Stinger. All right, so I've wasted 36 seconds on that tribute. I hope you guys liked it. I was just having some fun with my drone. Let's start off with the things that I like about the Kia Stinger. For one, the looks of it and the ability to customize it. If you want your car faster, for under $1,000, you can juice this thing up to over 400 horsepower, which is amazing. There's lots of options to make the car look like your own, so it just doesn't look like everybody else's Stinger, so I love that. Second thing I like about the Kia Stinger is the cargo space. Although this is a Sportback with a sloped roof line, I really love the ability to be able to put down the back seats and carry something. You can put almost anything in here. It's pretty incredible how much this car will actually carry. Since we're talking about interior, my next thing I really enjoy is the interior and the layout. The infotainment screen that I have on the GT2 is flawless so far. I know guys have problems, but the touch screen works really well. I'm very happy with that. And just the overall layout, I really enjoy this car. The fourth thing I really like, I kind of touched on in my first point, but it's the ability to upgrade the horsepower in this engine. It's very easy. This engine is a beast as long as you don't start putting too much boost to it and stretching your head studs. But other than that, this engine can handle quite a bit more than what the factory offers. So that's a really good selling feature. So my fifth thing I'm going to list, and I know I missed a lot, that's why I want this to be interactive, so tell me what you like about the Kia Stinger, is driving this car. I find this car extremely fun to drive ever since I got it. The very first day I test drove it at the dealership, I fell in love, and it's been 2 years now, and I still love driving this car. It still gives me that exhilarating rush when I step on the gas pedal, and it always gets attention. It's been out for a while, and still when I pull into a parking lot, this car gets attention no matter where you go. So I really love that about the car. So those are the 5 things that I really enjoyed over the last 2 years of ownership. So now let's move to the things that I haven't really enjoyed. So the first thing that I'm not really liking is this really soft aluminum. When you bring your seatbelt over, there's a good chance you're going to knock it and put little dings in it like that. It's very soft and it's not durable. I wish they would have come up with something else that could handle the seatbelt. I know you can get carbon fiber overlays and such, but I mean, it's just, you got to be very careful when you're coming across, or you'll have a couple nicks like I have. So after owning this car for about 2 years, another thing I noticed, and my background, I did have 5 or 6 years working in a body shop, is the paint. Paint is extremely thin on these cars. Like, I'm talking extremely thin. I was heating up these overlays, tint overlays, and it didn't even get that hot, and the paint already started to bubble. If you're polishing your own car and stuff, be very careful on edges, because you will burn through this paint like that. So my third thing that I found over the last 2 years of ownership, this might be a me problem, but I'm noticing now when I turn a corner and I just step on the throttle, and it only happens when you're going very slow, is there's a creaking back here I'm hearing. And it really sounds like the bumper's shifting or rubbing. If any of you guys have this problem, please hit me up down below, because I've been struggling. I've been under here looking, and it's very annoying. If I turn all the way left or all the way right and just give it a tiny bit of throttle, you hear like a creak. Now that could be from my own doing of exhaust and bigger wheels. I don't know, so let me know. So the next thing I'm going to pick out is the coolant I always smell coolant in this car. Even if I don't drive it hard, I park it in the garage and I get a smell of coolant. I watch my coolant level and it goes down a little bit here and there, and I don't know where it's going. I don't know if it's just evaporating or where it's going. I don't lose a ton, but I do lose a bit, and I do smell it every now and again. Do know that's a big problem. A lot of guys have had the same complaint. I just haven't figured out what's going on. So in the interest of keeping this video relatively short, I am sticking to only 5 things. My 5th thing is basically some of the build quality. I noticed this front piece here comes disattached from this bottom grille, and you have to clip it back in. I mean, I do have a splitter, but technically that splitter's cuts off right up here. It's not really putting any weight on here, but I have had to push that in a couple times and clip it back in, and I find that not to be the greatest build quality. This shouldn't be flopping around or coming apart in any way, in my opinion. So that's my 2-year review of ownership of this car, things I'm noticing, things I really enjoy about the car. I hope you liked it. Please, again, comment below of your experiences of ownership. The car is overall a great car, and I highly recommend this car. It's very underrated. If you can get your hands on a good one, still recommend this as a solid buy. If you liked the video, please be kind and subscribe. I know about 80%, according to my analytics, are not subscribed. I really appreciate each and every subscriber. Until next time, I'll catch you guys on the flip side.